Genesis mining. Oh boy. Welcome to Kubera. We've got a lot to talk about today. This is a video I wanted to do for quite a while now. I've been waiting off with this one because I've been studying other people, and cloud mining in general I think is just a big bunch of baloney. Here's what I've been witnessing, and it's been pretty sad. So on Steam especially, this is where I was first introduced to it, I saw a lot of the big whales on there, the players, they were promoting it like crazy. And of course, I'm not going to blame anyone here. I'm not going to say that they are the sole reason for this problem. However, they have helped the problem definitely grow, and this is just like anything else, it's simple marketing. So listen, the people I will mention next here, I don't have anything against them. I actually like some of their content. However, they've been promoting really heavily something which is just a little suspicious, and of course they've made a lot of money. I mean, they even admitted to making a lot of money over months or even years, some of them. So anyways, cloud mining, for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, it's pretty much the easy newbie way to mine. So if you can't afford or you don't know how to set up a mining rig for Bitcoins or altcoins or whatever it is, you're able to go on Genesis mining, yeah, or other cloud mining stuff, which that is kind of murky waters. So there's been a lot of cloud mining schemes in the past, which turns out, oh, people send Bitcoin, which is like you can't recover that, you can't charge it back, it just, once it's sent, it's anonymous. Well, I mean, you can like look who has it and all this stuff, but if someone's good with what they're doing, criminal enterprises, they will find a way to anonymize Bitcoin, and it's 10 times easier than normal cash when you pay by PayPal, credit cards, debit cards, wires, whatever. So anyways, with cloud mining, it's kind of like the easy newbie friendly way to mine and make profit. The whole point of it is you send a company money and you expect more money in the future. A lot of us want more money. We want to have profits. Everybody likes profits, right? And especially when there's promised profits, when it's like, this is how much money you'll be earning in the future, right? So some people get greedy. We're all guilty of that. I mean, at least I think so, right? Some people get too greedy. I've definitely had my moments where it's just like, oh, I messed up. Greed is good, but with reason, of course, with balance. And with mining, a lot of people, like I said, just in general, in mining, you're not going to see a lot of profits unless you're one of the owners of like a company, for example, like this cloud mining stuff. Or you're a owner of a company that sells mining rigs, or you're mining a new altcoin that just came up that's about to be the next Ethereum or Bitcoin or Litecoin, then yeah, you have a lot of money, but the average Joe mining isn't going to see a lot of profits. It's all about opportunity cost. Even if you are able to profit, it's not that much. It's like, wow, if you spent that time, energy, money, whatever, in trading, in investing, in pumping even, whatever, there's so many other things that you could have just went with that would have made you more money. But anyways, so a lot of people who don't know what they're doing see this and see their favorite influencers promoting this, and that's simple marketing and psychology. You see someone you trust and they're promoting it quite heavily. You see it once, twice, 3 times, 50 times, and by that time, you know, it's already ingrained in there, and you're like, you see an ad maybe one day because you know how Google is. They see that, oh, you saw an ad here, an ad there. Well, now we're going to place those ads everywhere. And eventually, some of those people are just like, well, you know what? I'll sign up with Genesis Mining or whatever else I see, right? Now, the whole thing with this is they rely, it's not even about, just in business in general, it's not even about providing a good service or product. It's mainly about sales and marketing. If you're good at advertising, think just like Madman, Don Draper. If you're able to market like crazy, it doesn't matter how horrible your product or service is. Maybe it's non-existent at all. If you're able to market it, it's kind of like the ICOs. Boom, you're able to make the money, and that's it. And it's all about rubbing the customers up, saying, this is the dream. You will see a lot of gold. There's money everywhere. And people, well, they get blinded by the greed. Everybody involved in this And those at the very bottom, especially those at the very bottom, because they don't see it for what it is. Anyways, so I've been seeing on Steam this for quite a while, and I was kind of like, oh, I wonder what this is. I checked it out. After like 10 minutes, I was like, wow, this is really... I'm not going to say anything. I don't really care too much about it. There's other more pressing issues to discuss. But ever since then, I was always like, wow, whenever someone mentions Genesis mining or just cloud mining, it's like, what are they doing? Because it doesn't really work. You're not going to make money with it. Are there people who make money with cloud mining? Of course. It's the people at the top, at the very top. It's kind of like a nice little pyramid, which we'll be talking a lot about pyramids very soon. Pretty much if you go on Steam, YouTube, any social media platform, and you see an influencer with a couple thousand followers or even hundreds of followers, heck, on my own pages, you won't see this because I remove these comments where they just go into my spam filter, but when you see people marketing, advertising, spamming daily, spamming their referral links like crazy, you know that there is money to be made, but it's all about, like, you have to think about this logically, like, even without looking at the facts, if there was such a thing as a cloud mining company that has, like, this amazing product or service that suddenly makes everybody rich, why don't they use it on themselves? I mean, wouldn't they make more money than selling cloud mining to a customer? Why don't they just have a bunch of, what? I don't understand that. And then you look at why people are promoting this so hard. If they're spamming, once it gets to the point where it's just spam, 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 you see comments everywhere with people's referral links. It just really does make you think a little bit like, there's definitely money to be made, but if there was a lot of cash from the mining itself, these people wouldn't be spamming and just trying to push so hard. They wouldn't need to push that hard. People would just come in normally, right, without any resistance at all to it, but there's a lot of resistance. That's why you need to just throw it out there, which it doesn't work. There's a difference between inbound and outbound marketing, of course. I prefer the one where you build a relationship with a prospect and then you actually offer them something of value and they're convinced before you even got your speech out, right? So anyways, this stuff, there's a lot of money to be made, but only if you're referring and doing the whole affiliate marketing. I used to make a lot of money through affiliate marketing, and I've also engaged in certain sketchy activities. However, it was never really just spamming on YouTube because that doesn't work. That is low tier stuff. Anyways, so you see people like Trevon James, Craig Grant, a bunch of other big whale steamians, and they were promoting it on every single video, every single post they made, in their signatures, in comments. It was everywhere. You had different little discount codes, and not only Genesis mining, but other stuff as well. I mean, I get it, but there's a lot of affiliate spam right there. It's just, what is going on? And nothing against Trevon, nothing against Craig. I actually like their content sometimes. But this just made me think, like, why are they going so hard on it? And they're saying they're making Bitcoins every single day, right? And for those guys, obviously, companies see that these guys are the biggest influencers. So they're going to invite them over to, you know, film the plant. They're going to invite them over for special meetings. They're going to actually, not only will they make a lot of money from referrals, plus they probably get, like, special deals, but they'll make it work. Good pyramid schemes work for a long time before it falls. Ever heard of Bernie Madoff? Oh, wow, yeah, $64 billion. It lasted decades without anybody questioning anything. Oh, until the housing market collapsed and suddenly people wanted their money. And what would happen if everybody asked for their money from Genesis? Now, of course, there's contracts and all that, but I just don't think there's enough money in Genesis mining or any cloud mining company that they're able to pay out the contracts. I think it's a pyramid scheme. That's my opinion. I don't see them flourishing for the next couple of decades or even years because, I mean, we had a recent attack. Pretty much Genesis mining is going out and saying, oh yeah, listen, we're having Bitcoin problems, we're having issues from this and that. It's just excuses, okay? They say that mining wasn't affected, but why would they do payments gradually, huh? They left users without funds for a week, but then they're only going to pay a little bit over time? Why? Why not the full amount right there, huh? That makes me question it. They're saying there was security issues, but yet they were still accepting more payments. Obviously they care. They lie about what their contract states about refunds and all. Something is very much off, and I think that the people at the top are not only getting paid very well because they're able to withdraw all the referral links because they're getting a lot of money from referring. That's the main source of their income. But also, they probably get paid from the mining himself because it has to work for them. If the big guys are able to prove that it works and they're making a lot of money, it's going to inspire more people to join. It has to work for some people. Otherwise, if it works for no one, this scheme doesn't last for long and you're not able to go. I mean, the money just runs out eventually and you need more and more and more people, but eventually it outgrows the company and then that's when everything falls apart. And then it's very interesting when we have stuff like this come out where it's like don't you remember when everyone was really pumping it up? Like, pretty much with the contracts, especially the lifetime contracts, like, if you do the math, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's opportunity cost. If the price of Bitcoin goes up, you could have made more money with just investing in altcoins or Bitcoin itself. If you're a good person where you're affiliate, where you're going crazy with the affiliate marketing, you're getting them a lot of customers, of course you're going to make money, but you need to be at the top to make money, because if you're at the bottom, it's just not going to work for you. Now, it's also a little bit weird that some of the main guys, I remember Jerry from Steemit as well, he was promoting certain things very hard, and then he sort of backed off. So certain people are backing off, and then you have a lot of bad responses where people are like, well, I don't understand. There's other mining companies as well that basically they pay out daily the referrals, but they don't pay out. They're not, well, okay, so technically you're getting paid on paper, but you're not able to withdraw it on time. It's just like, it's the making. I could go on and ramble about this for hours, but I think there's a making of some bad stuff here. If I were you, I wouldn't invest in cloud mining. The only way people make money is through really referrals. I mean, you can make money, but again, you have to be at the top, where you have to be the guys who own these freaking companies. The people who promote this, some of them are clueless, others understand what's going on, but in the end, most people are victims of this anyways, because unless you own the company, you will, I mean, for the people who've made a lot of money, their reputation's on the line, and it's slowly falling apart. Well, anyways, that's why I've never promoted cloud mining or ICOs or any of that stuff. At least not stuff that I don't believe in. Now, I'm not saying that every single company out there is bad. I'm sure there's some good ICOs. I'm sure there has to be. I've actually found, like 2 months ago, a pump and dump group that it was kind of interesting. I observed their Discord server where they had like bots and special coding and all that, where it tried to make it as fair as possible. Now, of course, something was still sketchy with that, but not everything out there is bad. Just a majority of newbies are falling for, like, you know, these easy, there's just a lot of red flags with this stuff. Anyways, I'd be careful. I mean, it's strange how Genesis Mining handled their attack this week. A lot of people have been freaking out about it for the past couple of days, so I'm just curious to see what's going to happen in the future. If it does all fall apart, don't say I didn't warn you. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and definitely get excited for when I make my cloud mining ICO. Yeah, and then I'm going to pump it up with my pump and dump. Woo! Peace.